If you're over 50 and guitar is starting to feel harder and more uncomfortable to play, there are a few things you can do that make a massive difference very quickly to your guitar playing. We can't get away with the things we did in our teens, and things that used to just about work on the guitar stop being quite as forgiving and instead lead to painful wrists, shoulders, numbness, you name it. So instead of fighting your body, let's set the guitar up so it actually works with your body instead. Because guitar technique isn't about strength, talent, big hands, or long hair. Instead, it's about alignment. The first thing to understand is guitar position is absolutely paramount. If your guitar is out of position, it puts a lot more strain on your joints and tendons, which lead to the wrist and shoulder pain that a lot of people tell me about. On the flip side, having the guitar in the best position for your body gets you the alignment that takes away the strain, meaning you can enjoy playing the guitar without it being painful. By definition, any flaw in your guitar position will lead to more strains and tension, and these are the #1 mistakes that hold people back and cap their potential. A few things that would help with this is getting a good knee rest. There are a bunch of different models around, and this will really help get your guitar holding in position with far less effort. This will mean your hands aren't holding the guitar in place, but instead your guitar just sits there comfortably and your hands are then free to be relaxed and play the guitar. And that's really what we're trying to do here, remove unnecessary effort and strains from your body. Also, finding a chair that has your thighs slightly slanting upwards towards your knees rather than down. This can help a lot, because if your legs are sloping downwards, the guitar naturally wants to slide away from you, and this starts your body compensating in various ways. Your shoulder will tighten, your wrist will bend more, your hands start working harder than they need to. Between these, you can start to get the fundamentals behind relaxed guitar playing in place. These fundamentals are all about the position of your guitar. Another thing I'd seriously consider is ditching the steel string acoustic guitar for a nylon string guitar. Now, I'm not saying become a classical guitarist. I play all different styles of music on all different guitars, but what I am saying is nylon strings are much kinder on your hands. They have exactly the same tuning, you can play exactly the same music on both of them, but nylon strings have two key differences that make them easier to play. Nylon strings are both lower tension and the necks are very slightly wider. The lower tension means your hands can be more relaxed because there's not as much tension needed to press down the string. And the slightly wider neck, even though it's just by a few millimeters, makes it a lot more forgiving on the hand positions. This means your fingers aren't contorting and squeezing into positions to avoid accidentally touching the neck string down. And notice none of these are around trying to force your hands to become stronger or more flexible or anything like that. A lot of the time it's simply about getting the setup right, the body in a line so that your hands can work naturally. Now, I've had a bunch of students who have bad arthritis in their hand or just fingers stiffening up from working with their hands their entire lives, and this doesn't get in the way nearly as much as people think it would, because if the guitar's out of position, yes, what happens is the movement gets isolated in your fingers. You have to do very spidery finger movements. These are hard to control, they're complicated, and it's a lot of strain to do them. That's not what we're aiming at. We're not aiming at nimble finger movements. When you have the guitar in position, we can then start using the arm far more. We can start getting the forearm twisting, the wrist moving with it. All of these extra movements take movement away from your fingers. And this is where you can really start to push forward your guitar playing. Whether you've got stiff fingers, arthritis, it won't matter, it won't get in the way. So if the guitar starts feeling harder than it used to, don't immediately assume it's just age. I've had students start with me well into their 80s who have done amazingly, and most players spend years experimenting with different ideas on techniques because they haven't been shown how it works. So let's skip all of that experimentation and get you on track to the good bit of having fun playing the guitar. So first, let's get your body and guitar aligned and working with each other in a good, healthy relationship, and your guitar playing can then start feeling comfortable and enjoyable again very quickly. If you have questions or want more help around relaxed, biomechanically efficient guitar technique, I've got a free group link below. Come join, ask whatever questions you want. We can go much deeper into things over there. Also, if you want to see a more detailed video about your guitar position and exactly what you want to be doing, check this video out here where I break down the geometry in far more detail. I'll see you in there.